What's up, guys? MeatyLock here, and today we're back in action playing some ARK. Today we're checking out a new mod called Transformounts. Now, this mod is really, really cool. This is actually the second time I'm recording this video. I screwed up the first time. Anyways, yeah, so this mod adds in creatures that actually transform into other creatures, and they have cool different abilities, and there's a lot of thought that went into this mod. It's actually really, really good. It's really awesome. It's really cool. So, I just want to give you guys a basic premise of what the mod is about. First off, we have something called an Angle Wolf, and this is actually considered a dual mount. There's like 9 dual mounts, and then there's a couple that are special that I'll get to here in a second. But yeah, these guys are really cool. Now, right now, he's a wolf. I can run around. He has basic wolf attacks. He can howl. He can do all that kind of stuff. Everything a wolf can normally do, except for if you press Q, I can actually transform into an anglerfish. He'll retain all of his anglerfish abilities, and he'll be exactly like an anglerfish. Now, there's a 10-second cooldown between transforming. And also, these creatures spawn in all the maps. Aberration only has about 4 of the creatures, but it's a very low chance. It's a 0.0001% chance to encounter these creatures on the map because they are severely powerful. They are only vanilla creatures, though, so if you're playing something like modded, they're not going to be super useful in fighting the in-game bosses and that kind of stuff for, you know, like Pugnacia or Anunnaki or whatever. But yeah, also, the cool thing about this is anything that's aquatic doesn't die when it's exposed to air, obviously, and you can still kind of move around. As you can see, I'm kind of hopping around and doing that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and transform back, and now we're a wolf. So obviously this has a lot of uses. I can take this up on land. I can be a normal wolf. I can move around fast, you know, get meat, hide, that kind of stuff. And let's say I want, you know, pearls or something underwater. I can transform into an anglerfish, immediately go underwater, grab pearls or whatever, and then I can come out of the water with my pearls and then immediately transform back into a wolf. It's really, really cool. Like I said, there's a 10-second cooldown between all these guys. Now, there's a bunch of different ones. There's an angle wolf. We have a Terra Mimus. We have a Thyla Costego. We have a Raptor Cat, an Ankylovis. We have a Tapa Buffo. We have a Bear Shark. The Bear Shark is actually pretty funny. We have a Quetzio. We have a Dunkla Golem, a Robosaur, and a Metamorphosaur. Now, everything up until the Robosaur, they're all dual mounts, which means they transform into two different creatures. We're going to go ahead and check out some of them. This guy is this one day, and then he transforms into a galley, and galleys are really, really fast. Now, the cool thing about this is if you're taming them in the wild, they can transform, and they'll take whatever their transformed creature actually takes. So whatever a galley's favorite kibble is, it'll take that kibble as a galley. So you're going to need, if you have plans to tame these creatures, you're going to need to bring both because they can transform at a spur of the moment. So one moment he's going to prefer galley kibble, the next moment he's going to prefer the kibble for this guy right here, the Pteranodon. And like I said, they do retain all their abilities. You can use everything. I can do the corkscrew, I can do the grab, all that kind of stuff. The only thing that they do not retain is they cannot wear platform saddles, and they cannot have passengers. So stuff like the Tapejara cannot have a passenger and that kind of stuff. And they can't have platform saddles. Now, it'd be really cool, actually, is if like the Quetz here, you could build a platform saddle, and then if you transform, maybe that platform saddle got saved into a different dimension, a pocket dimension, and then once you transform back in the Quetz, it like got added back with its platform saddle and everything you built on it. But I could see the limitations of ARK and its engine. That might be something that's really hard or probably impossible. Anyways, we have a Thylacoleo here. Let's go ahead and grab onto something we can climb. Yeah, let's go ahead. Are you gonna climb? Yeah, there we go. So we can climb. Let's go ahead and jump off. So yeah, he saw his climbing ability, and then we're gonna transform into a Stego. And now he's a Stego. He can actually harvest berries and all that kind of stuff as a Stego. Here, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, we killed that. Yeah, look at this. We harvest berries. We killed something. Pretty cool, actually. And then, obviously the Stego's really slow, so you transform back into the Thyla, and you have the full abilities and range. It's a really cool mod. It's really thought out, too. And also, another cool thing about these guys is, this is a raptor cat, by the way. By day, he's a saber-tooth. By night, he is a raptor. Is they can actually breed with their normal counterparts. So, if I keep this guy in a raptor, let's see, he is a female. So, if I keep her as a raptor, and I encounter a male raptor, I can actually breed the raptors together. Now, the thing is the dual mounts, or the transfer mounts here, they all lay eggs, regardless of if they're a mammal or what, they all still lay eggs. So, yeah, I don't know why. Maybe there's some kind of limitations. They still lay eggs, though. But, yeah, it's kind of cool that if I want a Thylacoleo, I can get a female Thyla, and I can breed it with this guy. But if I have a, a stego, a female stego, I can breed it with this guy. Like the possibilities are endless. Like everything's been thought out. Here we have the Ankylobus. By far, I think is the most useful creature. This guy is an Argentavis, and let's say I want to get some metal or whatever here. Let's actually come over here. Yeah, this guy right here. Let's transform into an Anky. Let's harvest some stone. There we go. We got some metal. We got some stone. Everything's good. And then we want to actually fly back to base. We can. We transform back into this guy, and we can fly back to base. Really, really cool. Like, this is probably the most useful one out of all of them, I think anyways, since metal is, like, so useful. And you can get around, and Ankies are so slow and they're annoying to, like, have somewhere, so most people build, like, dedicated mining bases, right? Well, with this, you don't need a dedicated mining base. You have an Ankylobus, right? So we have a Tapebuffo. So by day, he is a Tabajara. He can do the normal Tabajara stuff. Fly backwards, forward. He should be able to latch on, I think. Okay, whatever. Anyways, and then, by night, he is a frog. I love this combination. This is probably one of my favorites. I love Tabajaras, and I really like frogs, too. So, yeah. And like I said, they all lay eggs. So if I breed this guy with another frog, he's just going to lay an egg. It's not going to be an aquatic breeding or whatever. So, that's perfectly fine. It's still kind of cool that you can breed them. I could be missing some facts here because, like I said, I did record this video and the footage got screwed up. And then here's a bear shark. This is actually probably the funniest one because by day he's a bear, by night he's a fucking megalodon. Like, how cool is that? So you can be a bear. You can, once they come out with the new update, bears can get honey, and then you can go into the water and be like a megalodon, super powerful and that kind of stuff. It's really neat. It's really cool. I also like how the creatures don't die, like when they're, like underwater creatures don't die when they're on land. We have a Quetz. By day, he's an amazing Quetz. By night, he's a Plesiosaur, so he's king of the skies and the seas here. Let's hop around. I like how I'd hop around. Like, imagine moving around like this. And he can still attack and stuff. Yeah. And then we have the Dunkly Golem. Also, one thing I should mention is if they wear a saddle, and like, for example, the Dunkly Golem here, he wears a Golem saddle, obviously. If I transform into Dunkly Osteus here, he's going to automatically unequip the Golem saddle, and then if you have a Dunk saddle, he's going to automatically equip the Dunk saddle. So you don't have to have saddles. They don't need saddles to be rideable, but if you want that extra protection, you'll need both of the saddles that the creature actually requires. So, and this is a strong Dunk. Look at his like health and stuff, He's like a really strong Dunk. And like I said, they can harvest whatever the Dunk harvest is normally, like stone and oil and stuff. And then he can harvest everything that a Golem can harvest and that kind of stuff. Now, I'm saving the last two for last because they are by far the coolest. Now, the Robosaur is not a dual mount. He's actually 7 mounts. So he can transform into 7 different things. Now we're a robotic Ketz. He does it randomly, though. You can't actually choose the mount. It'd be cooler if there was like a circular thing, that you can pick different mounts that you want to do. Right? Like the little circle radius menu or whatever. But he actually only chooses the mounts randomly. Now, the downside to this is you can be all these cool different mounts. You don't know which one you are, and there's a 30-second cooldown. Everything else has a 10-second cooldown, and this guy has a 30-second cooldown. So let's actually wait until this is done. We'll transform into a raptor. Oh my god, this is so badass. It's so cool. The Robosaur is really awesome. He has 7 different transformations. I'll let you guys figure out the rest. Now, the creatures that actually spawn in Aberration exclusively is you're going to have, here, let me see if I can find it here. The Anglewolf spawns in Aberration, spawns in Fertile. We have the Metamorphosaur, which is the one we haven't checked out yet. It spawns in the Biocave, so obviously somewhere that's really hard to get. We have the Raptor Cat, which spawns in Fertile, and then we have the Robosaur, which is the one we just checked out, also spawns in Biocave. So only those 4 spawn in Aberration. You can change the game INI files to have all of them spawn. You got to do that yourself, though. Now, by far the coolest one is the Metamorphosaur here. He can actually take on any form in the game. As long as it's tameable, he can take it on. So let's go ahead and attack the Parasaur. Well, okay, we can't do a Parasaur. But you have to be attacked by something. Anything that can attack you, you can transform into. And you gain all the abilities from those creatures. So it's really awesome. Like, for example, I want to be a Doedicurus. He attacks me. I can transform now into a Doedicurus. I have all the powers of a Doedicurus. I can harvest stone. I can roll. I can do all of that. This mod is like really thought out. Like, I feel like anyone could have made a Transformount mod, but having it have all of the abilities and stuff, especially for the Metamorphosaur that inherits all the abilities of every creature, is actually really cool. Like, it's like really awesome. This is a really good mod. Here, let's go ahead and attack this guy. We can transform in him. Yeah, attack me. There you go. Now we're a turtle. We can be a turtle, which is awesome. Now, I'm going to go ahead and leave this guy to do his thing. He's just going to attack. He's going to do that. Now, I have something that's really cool. I did this in my video that I recorded a second ago. Now, the difference about this guy compared to the other creatures is this guy fully takes on every ability. What I mean by that is if I transform into a shark and I expose myself to air, he will die. So he takes on the full form. And he stays in that form until you decide to shift back, which I've tried. Oh, yeah, look, now he's a raptor again. We have an iguanodon. Iguanodon's going to attack me. I can now turn into a iguanodon. And I stay in this form forever. And I retain the abilities in this form forever. One thing I want to show you is this guy right here, the Metamorphosaur. So here, let's actually turn on Enemy Invisible True. Let's get on this guy right here. Okay, and I'm actually going to run away. Also, one thing I didn't talk about with the Robosaur is he actually is faster than everything else because it retains all his speed abilities from all of his transformations. So that's pretty cool. Also, the flyers can gain movement speed and stuff. And from what I understand is this actually is inherently compatible with things like the classic flyer mounts. And I'm assuming things like the Metamorphosaur, the guy I'm riding here, is going to be compatible with mods. So if I play something like Anunnaki or Pugnasia or whatever Dino Overhaul, he should be able to transform. I think. I haven't tested this myself. Transform into like those modded creatures. He might not be able to, but I really hope he can. Like the way the mod's been built, I'm going to just assume that he can probably transform. So like this mod has a lot of potential. It has a lot of potential. Now, you cannot transform into boss creatures, but the one thing I've noticed about this is you can transform into the queen. So queens can't normally be tamed, which means you shouldn't be able to transform into it, but you can transform into the queen. So it's an easy way to, like, if you get lucky with the Metamorphosaur, you can actually easily like go up the tiers and ranks of creatures without actually having to tame them. And you can get some unattainable creatures like the queen here. And the cool thing about this is if you're playing on a PvP server or just a server with your friends, you can actually probably impregnate your friends because they retain all abilities. So if I press X, the queen's going to do her little impregnation ability. I don't know if it works, but since they retain all abilities, I'm going to assume that it does work. So you can impregnate your friends with this mod. It's actually really cool. Also, you know, she can do everything she can normally do, which is actually really cool. Tail swipe, and then I can, except for I can't jump, which is weird. I don't know why. Whenever I press space, she does the bury thing. So I guess she won't be able to jump. But yeah, you could probably find some other creatures that are like this that are not necessarily meant to be transformed into and take advantage of it. It's really, really awesome. Anyways, guys, I just want to do a basic overview of the mod. I think I've talked about almost everything. I'm sorry if I forget some stuff or I got some things wrong. You can comment down below and tell me. I think I'm going to start doing some more mod reviews in the future. If you want to see me, oh my god, a basilisk. If you want to see some different mod reviews from me in the future, then here, can I attack this guy? Okay, never mind. He's not actually coming out. Go ahead and comment down below. Tell me some cool mods you want me to check out. I do want to check out the new ARK sponsored mod, Futurism. ARK Futurism looks really cool in the future. And there's some other mods I've been looking at that I want to do videos on. Like I said, you can comment down below all that stuff. Anything that I've missed or you want to know about this mod in particular, I'll try to answer to the best of my abilities if I know the answer. And I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure there is some things I missed. And yeah, I'll have the mod link down below. It's really cool. I expect people to have this in their mod packs or on their servers or whatever in the future. It's going to be freaking awesome. Actually, before I end the video, though, I do want to check out the Plesiosaur Underwater. I'm going to transform like midair and drop in the water. So give me a second. I'm going to go do that. Okay, guys. So by day, I am a I'm a Quetz. And by night, I am King of the Seas, a Plesiosaur, which is really cool. And I can, oh my god, he's so fast. He's so fast, dude. Look at this. This is crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'm stuck right now. Yeah, I'm actually stuck. Now, the only problem with this is, oh my god, why am I not moving? What the fuck is going on here? Let's transform back. Yeah, so you're going to be oh no, I wasn't dismounted. Okay, I wasn't dismounted. But yeah, it's really cool. Like, it's really cool to like transform into a flying creature into an underwater creature. Really useful. Anyways, I'm going to call it here. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I love your faces. And I'll see you guys in the next one.